Hello and welcome to this week's Wildcat Weekly. We have some interesting news for you today on a trend that's been picking up some momentum in recent times, and that is disc golf.
Let's go to local entrepreneur Xander. He's going to provide you guys with some background information on disc golf, the different types of frisbees, how it works, and his involvement in the community.
Well, I've been playing disc golf on and off for about 10 years. Recently got really into it 3 years ago, and there's a very nice course on Washington Lee's campus, and there was previously no place to buy discs within at least a half an hour, possibly an hour. I'm still not quite sure where the other nearest spot is. And it's a lot like regular golf, but instead of trying to putt into a hole, you're trying to throw the disc into those baskets. And so there's a bunch of different types of discs. There are putters, they're thicker, they look a lot like a regular frisbee. And on the other end of the spectrum, there are drivers that are very, very thin. They cut the wind, they can go a lot farther, but they're harder to control. And then there's everything in between. And so depending on how far you are from your basket, up to there are some holes that are 800 feet long, and then some that are as short as 150 feet. So you just pick the disc for the shot that you want and throw it.
Some students at RCHS have also been very interested in disc golf and have gotten involved themselves. Let's get a couple interviews.
Okay, so why and how did you become interested in disc golf?
I became interested in disc golf when I was walking down the shiny aisles of a Dick's Sporting Goods in the summer of 2018 and saw a shiny piece of plastic, and it had disc golf on it. Thus, I became interested because I like shiny things. Right, so when I came into high school my freshman year, the disc golf club was but just Mr. Hamelman. And he required a person with a certain genetic disposition and personality to spread the gospel of the disc golf club. Luckily, I was the perfect candidate for this. I spread the disc golf club, got everybody in the club photo. Unluckily, not many people show up to the practices, but that's okay because we have a lot of people in the photos. So, yeah.
My favorite thing about disc golf club, it's an easy way to get out of the house. Good excuse to get away from your family, and it's fun.
And one RCHS teacher has been very involved with the sport. It's Brian Hamilton.
And I heard that you're doing this or you're trying to get a course started at the Natural Bridge Parkway, is that true?
Yeah, so right now I'm working with the director of Natural Bridge State Park right now, Jim Jones, and we are creating an 18 whole course out there. It's going to be a lot different than the current course in Rockbridge County is the Washington Lee course, and that one is pretty tight and wooded and shorter, which is really fun for, it's technical and stuff. But the new course in Natural Bridge is going to be much more open. It's going to look more like a golf course. It's going to have kind of more open fairways and longer, a lot more elevation change. So there's gonna be a lot more to contend with, like wind and things of that nature.
So in terms of Rockbridge County disc golf, how have you seen that grow over the years?
Yeah, so it's pretty much exploded over the past this past summer. Disc golf's becoming a lot more popular. I think the pandemic kind of pushed people outdoors into safer social distancing activities, and going out and playing a round of disc golf by yourself can be a pretty safe and fun activity. And you also have people that brought people to the sport, like Brody Smith, who's a famous YouTuber. He used to be an ultimate kind of trick shot guy. That's how he got his YouTube following, and now he's switched to disc golf, and he's being really serious about that. And he's kind of teamed up with Paul Macbeth, who's actually a local. Paul Macbeth's the top-rated disc golfer in the entire world, and he lives about an hour from here in Forest, Virginia. He plays a lot in Bedford. So yeah, we have some of the biggest names in disc golf right here in our backyard in Rockbridge County. It's pretty crazy.
When did you start disc golf club here at RCHS, and what was your, why did you decide to start it?
I think we started the club in 2014, and I started it because some students kind of expressed interest, and I saw some of them out on the course. And so we haven't met as a club in a while, but I think Howie Youngdahl has been kind of running some meetings on his own outside of school at WNL. So yeah, it's definitely something in the future I really want to grow and have students be more involved with.
It's very fascinating to see a teacher here at RCHS have such a large impact on the world of disc golf in our community. If you would like to get more involved in the world of disc golf, please feel free to contact Mr. Hamilton for more information.
That was a very interesting disc golf focused episode, and we're very happy that you joined us. Come back next week for another great episode of the Wildcat Weekly.